This Metroid Prime 4 series covers how to get 100% scans and items in order with minimal backtracking. For best results, follow this series from the start of part 1. There will be spoilers in the form of important information, and as usual, useful timestamps can be found in the video description. We left off just after collecting all remaining items in Ice Belt and Volt Forge. Our next course of action is to collect the 5th and final teleporter key in the Great Mines, located near the northeast corner of Soul Valley. Before entering, we can do some grappling under the bridge to get the large shot expansion found there. Returning topside and following a short cutscene, we can traverse the pit via Spider Ball and then extend the bridge by interacting with the console. We then need to use another console to the northeast to enter the Great Mines. After getting an update from our map on the next objective, we can use a few Spider Ball tracks to cross the first set of obstacles. Along the way, we'll scan some winged lizards for our logbook and collect a nearby missile expansion. We need to time our bomb jump so that we reach the flickering magnetic rail just as it powers on, then bomb jump to the next rail before it powers back off. Once we've crossed over to the far side of the gap, we can extend a bridge for our companions by using the nearby spinner. Scanning the energy lock on the door will have the 2 soldiers hold it open for us to shoot and deactivate with our thunder shot. All the way down the hall to the north is the first save station for the Great Mines. From there, we'll go back out and down the East Hall for the first area map. Just south is a bomb slot to activate, and we'll want to hang back a second so we can scan the spin dart wings into our logbook, then safely take them down. I missed this on my first time through, but there should be a latch to the right that we can lasso open for a shot expansion. We then need to move further east through another energy log to reach an abandoned excavation site. Through a series of actions, we can turn on the nearby drill and start clearing the way further down. At that point, we'll need to defeat several waves of Maul Grievers. Super Thundershot is the best way to avoid getting overwhelmed here. There are two variants of Griever here that we can scan, the basic form and a glowing form that explodes when it gets too close or upon death. The bombers can also be one-shot with a Thundershot. After defeating enough Grievers, the way down should be cleared and we can jump to safety. We'll then need to make our way through this level with only Armstrong backing us up, scanning a Metroid near the start. There are some obstacles that require one or more missiles to break through, but we should try to avoid using missiles whenever possible, as the sound they make attracts Grievers. A little further in, we'll find several pop crawlers, which also must be scanned for the logbook. There will then be a couple plant growths that require all extensions to be destroyed before the heart is vulnerable. The first one is easy to figure out, but the second will require the use of the control beam to reach hidden extensions. After clearing it away, we can drop down and scan the snare weed before continuing on. Going through another one-way passage, we can scan the Cave Shren and Cave Roach, then blast our way through another obstacle. Just on the other side is another new critter we need to scan, the Crystal Crawler. We can then grapple along these crawlers to reach a missile expansion. It's then just a matter of moving further into the mines, clearing obstacles where necessary, until we reach a mobile drill platform. Once we've activated it, we will need to cover Armstrong as she clears the rubble. Again, Super Thunder Shot is very effective here. After several waves are defeated, we can leave Armstrong behind and go to the next save station. From there, we'll go through a maintenance hatch and across another large open section of the mines. There are a couple of upgrades we can grab along the way, including a shot expansion and our 13th energy tank. Going through the next section, we will eventually run into a Mall Griever brute, which needs to be scanned into the logbook. After dealing enough damage to the brute, we will be joined by View. Making use of View, we can scan otherwise impassable obstacles for View to clear away. This will allow us to reach a room with a puzzle that requires Spider Ball and Boost Ball mechanics to complete. Doing so will bring down a tank that contains the super missile upgrade. After grabbing it, we can use it to clear a nearby crystal wall, revealing a missile expansion. We then need to backtrack through a couple of rooms. With the super missile, we can now open a path to the puzzle above our heads. I sort of butchered this puzzle, but we just need to rotate the two tubes by activating the first two bomb slots so that we are able to reach the other side. Then use the two bomb slots on that side to rotate the tubes to where the shot expansion can be accessed. To progress deeper into the Great Mines, we'll then need to use a super missile to blow open the crystal barrier to the southwest. Reaching a spacious cavern, we can hop up and across the crystals jutting from the walls to reach another shot expansion. If you're having trouble making the jump, you can shoot down the large crystal for View to cross first, which will make the jump a tad bit easier to do. View will then clear a barrier for us to move deeper down. One of the final creatures we will encounter down here is the Gora gas spore. After scanning it into the logbook, we can hit the projectiles it emits with a charged beam to throw it back at the gas spore and destroy it. We will eventually reach a more open room with another obstacle for View to clear. After initiating it, we will need to fend off a few waves of Grievers, including a brute, before View is finally able to complete its task. View will then need to clear a series of obstacles as we are being chased towards the final level of the Great Mines. Making a last stand at a ledge, View will eventually launch us in Morph Ball form to reach safety. We can grab a shot expansion on our way to the next save station, using a control beam to provide temporary power for the magnetic rail after ascending the first portion. Getting to the central lift, we can open the door to the east, activate and scan the scout bot to our left, then grab a missile expansion before going to the final save station. It's then just a short distance east to reach the final boss, and you can pause now if you want to fight it blind. The Omega Griever has a few stages it goes through during the fight. After scanning it, we'll need to shoot its exposed arms while it crawls along the wall. This will eventually allow us to target its belly for true damage and also knock it off the wall. We will then need to keep hitting those exposed parts while it is grounded until it becomes staggered. That will allow us to shift into Morph Ball and place some bombs beneath it. Once again, we can then target its core for a substantial amount of damage. As it becomes more damaged, the Omega Griever will grow more armor, reducing the amount of vulnerable skin that can be targeted. At around 20% health left, the Omega Griever will collapse and expose the power bomb upgrade at the end of its tongue. This is a trap, and to avoid getting caught with it, we can shoot a super missile near the Omega's face. This will then resume the fight, allowing us to finish off the Omega for good, which will reward us with the final new ability, at least for clearing obstacles, the Psychic Power Bomb. We will require this to activate the Sacred Shrine and obtain our final teleporter key, and also to return to and activate the central lift. Once the lift is activated, interacting with the nearby console will result in our involuntary exit from the Great Mines. However, since we now have all upgrades needed to fully explore the mines, let's go back and do that. First, we can use a super missile to open a hatch near the mine's entrance, which will allow us to grab a shot expansion. We'll then go activate the central lift and take it down to the first level. We'll go ahead and speedrun through the mines this time around, as we don't have to do any babysitting. The first item I obtained was the shot expansion that I missed on my first trip through. Just beyond that, we can use a super missile to open a new room up where a missile expansion can be grabbed. We'll then have to make our way all the way towards the end of the first level for our next upgrade. It's a large shot expansion that is tucked behind a barrier only destructible with a power bomb. Helpfully for players on hard difficulty, the nearby cave roaches have a high chance to drop power bomb ammo. With that, we can delve deeper into the mines, going to the second save station. Just outside of it is an obstacle that can be removed with a super missile, revealing another missile expansion. We'll then need to proceed to just outside where we obtained the super missile upgrade. Just outside the super missile upgrade room is a power bomb slot, which we can activate, then blow open another obstacle with a super missile for a missile expansion. With that, we can start moving towards the deepest level of the mines along the path we took with View. Just after jumping down a one-way chute, we can turn around and clear some webs with Fire Shot, then enter the tube in Morph Ball form. We'll need a Power Bomb to clear the debris, granting us access to a Power Bomb expansion. We'll then need to continue through the mines using power bombs to clear several obstacles until we finally reach a new southern path, traversable only in Morph Ball form. A combination of boost and spider ball mechanics will be required to traverse this new path and obtain our 14th and final energy tank. This is also the final item in the Great Mines. We can then use our power bomb to clear a new path towards the bottom level of the central mine elevator, which will return us to the surface. All that's left to do is round up enough green crystals for our final upgrades, collect the remaining items in Flare Pool, assemble the giant mech, and face the final challenge. All of that will be covered in the next and final part of this series. For now, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me in the comments where I will do my best to help. If you want to see more great content, you can head over to my channel, and if you're new, consider subscribing. You're helping me feed my cat. Her name's Marshmallow. Have a great day. If you're here today, have a great Saturday and a great weekend. And as always, thanks for watching.